What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of BH IoT Nuggets, and I am Doug Cohen, your host from M10 Social. Joining me today, as usual, is the illustrious Mr. Steve Brummer.
Yay! Thank you.
You
still can't get rid of me.
Can't get rid of you. We send you to Atlanta. We send you all around the country, and you keep showing up here.
Oh God! I got
technology allows you to still be on the screen.
I can't get another gig.
I know, right? But actually, what's really nice is that we also are joined today by Jason Carabetta.
Steve,
Rugged Telemetry.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
No worry. That's awesome. Glad to have you.
Great to have you. Absolutely. And I'm just going to do a little housekeeping to set this up as usual. IoT Nuggets. This is our series where we talk about things that are going on with the Internet of Things and the IoT space. Remember BHIoT. It's way across the screen today. BHIoTgroup.com is the website for Steve Brummer, John Hubler, and their firm, where they are available for 30-minute consultation to talk with you about your IoT deployment and strategy. So reach out to them, go to the website, and also ruggedtelemetry.com. That's Jason's company's website. And today we're going to talk about how Rugged Telemetry brings technology to top companies to monitor their water, their oil, their gas, and increase efficiencies for success. Very important in today's world. And I'm going to pass it to Steve and Jason to discuss this a little bit. Gentlemen.
Thank you, Doug.
Thanks, Doug. Jason, thank you so much. It's great to see you. Great to have you part of this IoT Nuggets program.
My pleasure, Steve.
Excellent. So, listen, people don't know who Rugged Telemetry is. Give me a quick, quick idea and overview of who you are and what's going on.
Sure. High-level overview. Rugged Telemetry is an industrial IoT company. We focus on industrial applications, primarily in the tank monitoring business, all different types of tanks. We do chemical tanks for injection. We do water tanks. We do bulk storage tanks for the canning industry, open pit tanks for water monitoring, mobile tanks, which is interesting because now it's a combination of what we do in tank level monitoring along with logistics. So we cross the two. And then we have water telemetry, Scada systems. So our water infrastructure, as you probably have discussed in other segments, is failing. So we have a drop-in replacement that controls the PRVs or pump stations, along with looking at the tank, again, ties into the tank on the tank level monitoring. And we get into utilities where we have a three-phase power monitor. We do reading of the meter, and we push that information back to the utilities. So everything focused around real industrial type applications.
All of us are looking for case studies. Give us an example or two of a couple of really cool, disruptive deals that you guys have done, so people can understand a little bit more when to call you.
Yeah, sure. I think the two that come to mind, we recently did a 6 bulk tank system down in Puerto Rico. It started off as your traditional, can you monitor our 6 tanks? It's in a bulk tank room. And so we went down there, we put together one of our systems that does 8 tanks. And so we'll, chopped it down to 6 tanks. And as we started to put that together, it became more of, in addition to these 6 tanks, we have to recirculate the chemicals in the pumps. Can you add a recirculation system? So, we adapted our tank monitoring system, added the recirculation panel, and then it became, and on the back of the building, we have another 6 pumps for fluid that's going to come back into the tanks for when the tanker trucks or ISO tanks drop off the liquid. And what was interesting about that is we're using our main tank panel to feed all the information to drive these other controls. So, part of what we do is understanding what the customer's needs are, not just from tank level monitoring, but what are the other action items that you're going to do with that information? In this case, it was, I want to recirculate the pumps, and when I'm filling these tanks, I need you to feed that back to the panel. Actually, we built the secondary supply panel too, but to shut that off, right? Don't overfill the tanks because these are flammable, dangerous chemicals. So putting all those safety measures in place. So that one was kind of unique in our skill set to not just do tank level monitoring, but adapt to other types of panels or SCADA systems. and we did a diesel fuel tank. Now, diesel fuel tanks are very common, but what was unique about this one is the customer said, "Hey, we have a diesel fuel tank, and it's going to be out remote in the middle of nowhere, and we need to pick up very small amounts of data or very small amounts of liquid being pulled from the tank." So again, using what we do, our approach is, hey, what is your medium? What are you trying to accomplish? And then we find the right sensor. So we're able to find some of the latest radar technology in the 80 gigahertz and really measure a small amount of liquid being removed from a tank. And it doesn't sound like it's a difficult process, but when you have to be battery operated for 7 years in the middle of the field over satellite communication, and they want to know when somebody comes up to the tank and takes 15 gallons out, it's a challenge. But again, we've been doing it for a long time, and again, I think it's understanding the sensor technology, and those are some pretty unique things that we've done in the recently.
And are companies coming to you and you're doing everything? So you the one throat to choke, you're doing the systems integration and everything?
We do, and that's why I think we're unique. So it's more than tank level monitoring. It's full integration, right? It's what else can we do for you, right? It's once you find out what the customer's trying to do, right, you got to ask the questions first. It's not, hey, here's what we want you to buy. It's and then I think this with any industry, right? If you really understand what the customer's trying to accomplish with their tank level monitoring, then you can integrate into their other systems, and that's what we do, right? We expand beyond the tank and to other controls.
And where do you see the industry going? I mean, is there any end in sight to the opportunities that you have?
No, it's really expanding, right? It's expanding because, everybody's faced with the same problems, right? With the labor force. So guys that would normally go out and dip a tank, they're not available. You can't find those guys. So, so they're looking to us to say, hey, we need constant monitoring of these tanks. We need, again, some of it's theft, some of it's just inventory management. How do I reduce my operating costs? And how do I accomplish all this with less people? Awesome. So that's where we come in.
Excellent. So everybody out there in IoT Nugget land, you want to get a hold of Jason, you go to ruggedtelemetry.com, or your email address, Jason?
Is jason@ruggedtelemetry.com.
That's simple enough.
Simple.
So thank you so much for joining us. It was great. And that's what IoT Nuggets is all about, everybody. Just getting really great people that have been doing this a long time. They can give you some great advice. And, we share the wealth. And, of course, they're all friends of ours at BH IoT Group. So thank you so much, Jason. Doug, back to you.
You pretty much wrapped it up. There's not much for me to add.
I'm getting better at this.
You are getting better at this. The get rid of Steve development plan might be put on hold for now.
There's got to be a better option.
Right? Great job, gentlemen. And the only thing I will add to that is, like Jason, if you are somebody who is a subject matter expert and are doing things in the IoT space, reach out. Let us know, and we'd love to have you come on.
Yeah, we got, actually, Doug, we got a lead. Someone sent a form in today to our website, filled out the form, and wants to be on the event. So we're going to reach out to them and get them on. So yeah, awesome. It doesn't have to be a client. It just has to be someone who knows what the hell they're talking about and wants to be our friend.
Absolutely, absolutely. At your own risk.
Yeah, no kidding.
So thanks, gentlemen. Once again, bhiotgroup.com is the website for BH IoT Group. And we will see you next time on the next episode of IoT Nuggets.
All right. Have a great day.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks, everybody.